This team, I think, is regarded as one of the best there is. And it's due to the, I guess, the commitment of the team to help the people in their community, and driven by the high need for this service on the North Shore. Remember, it's not just the North Shore people that this team serves, it's everybody that uses the North Shore, no matter where they come from.
We couldn't allow people to enter the area, one of which we're in right now, without a group of volunteers like North Shore Rescue. It's extreme backcountry rugged, and people access it through a urban trail network, but it can become quite dangerous, and even just a local area, people that are not experienced or unprepared, we couldn't allow it to be accessible without a group like North Shore Rescue.
I don't think anybody could truly say they thought it would be this significant of a team and a role in a community. I don't think anyone would say they've gone from a basement of the North Van City Fire Hall where the boots are drying and you can imagine what it smells like, a hockey locker room, that they've got these trucks, they've got this equipment, they've got these ATVs, they've got skidoos, they've got caches in the mountains that can be used by people in distress. There's no way in the world someone would have told you 30 years ago it was going to be this big and this vital for a community.
When we got what we call now the embassy, or the Tim Jones Resource Center, the nicest thing I can say about the three municipalities that supported us from day one is each of them contributed $300,000. There was no council meetings, no council debate, no long argument, no documentation required, no agreement formally approved. No. As a city manager, I was amazed to see each of the other two municipalities sent their $300,000 to the city. Here's our contribution to get the damn thing built. That's cooperation in a very meaningful way.
The municipalities have always recognized the importance of the rescue team. I think, over the years there's been different levels of support. I would support them financially in a much greater way than some councils have in the past. We support them through administrative services, through North Shore Emergency Management. I know they're very appreciative of all that. But they have a big job to fill. It's not just rescuing people when they need rescuing. It's also raising money to be able to accommodate the training that they need to take part in, the equipment that they need.
I know that the media makes it look like, we are out there, rescuing people off of cliffs with no ropes, but it's way safer than that. There's public outreach, so there's, going out and delivering programs to kids in the schools on, Hug a Tree, which is through Adventure Smart, going and working with Boy Scouts or Girl Guides, and talking about ways that they can be safe outdoors.
Well, NSR has the benefit that we have a tremendously good public exposure and a public awareness, and that's really been a function of the media being part of the team, as it were, and a big support to North Shore Rescue. The fact that we get television coverage for most of our rescue operations, that raises the profile of North Shore Rescue, and it's amazing how many people come to our website and push the donation button, and whether it's $10, $20, or $100, and we've had other more significant donations, but we have a very large component of the community who give us what most people would call nominal donations, but in fact it shows the commitment of the community in support of our team, and I think it's a tremendous situation where we can get so many people in the community contributing.
Let's face it, the squeaky wheel gets the funding and gets the training and gets the eye of the public. There's no question that the footage that they had go out and they could use and see helped them. You ask who North Shore Rescue is, it's because of video and interviews and pictures and scenarios and people thanking. If you don't see that, you don't get the pat on the back and you don't get the funding.
There's an expectation that goes along with search and rescue that the public thinks and expects that there will be services provided to people who are lost or injured. What they think, many of them that we've interviewed, think that we, North Shore Rescue and other community teams, are paid professionals. We're there to do the specific purpose and are paid to do so, and don't realize that many of the communities, as we do here, still rely on volunteers. But as we go forward, and the expectation as to what level of service is provided, that's going to be a challenge that the rescue teams are going to have to continue to be focused on if they're going to meet the public expectation. And we've got to find the money to work with that expectation and solve it as well.
Starting in North Vancouver with the RCMP as a constable in 1990, I had multiple different situations where I was involved with search and rescue on different calls, lost hikers, injured hikers, missing people. Took part in the command posts, and I remember as a young constable being extremely impressed by their professionalism, by their knowledge of the terrain, and by the urgency with which they went about their job. They always treated myself, and I know our members, with the utmost of respect. We had our role to fulfill in those investigations, but we needed the expertise of the search and rescue to assist us. I later returned to North Vancouver in 2010 as a watch commander, and that relationship had developed even further over the years, and from a supervisory standpoint, I had numerous opportunities where I had to put the call in for search and rescue, provide the information to their search managers, and it was, again, incredible how they went about their business, the professionalism, the expertise, technology. Certainly over that period of time, you think about GPS and the prevalence of cell phones, people being able to pinpoint the location. For us, we have members that come to North Vancouver from across the country. We don't have the specific knowledge of the backcountry. North Shore Rescue brings that expertise, equipment-wise. They bring that equipment, and they are able to provide us a service that allows us, in many situations, to rescue people much sooner that would have taken place, and to save lives, essentially.
I don't think there's an organization on the North Shore, maybe in North America, that's so well respected by the community that we serve. So being a member comes with, you get that general respect and thanks from the community all the time, which is huge.